Hello and welcome back to my channel, Thrifty Day. My name is Leah. I'm the creator behind Thrifty Day. I have been journaling in a creative way for over 25 years, and I love to share my journey with you. Today's episode is very special because it is the last layout in my personal creative journal. I can't believe it. I've been working in this journal for about 7 months. And this is the very last layout. You are looking at it, and I am going to share that process with you. So grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, depending on when you're watching this, and let's get into it. So this is my personal creative journal. I made this journal from cover to cover over on Patreon. I love it. I used an old vintage book to create it. And it was a lot of fun. So if you wanted to see that process, you can join my Patreon. My Patreon is linked down below. You do need to be on the $5 tier and above to see all of the over 200 lives I have banked there. But there is also a free tier if you just wanted to dip your toes in and see how my Patreon works. So what I'm showing you now is the ephemera I plan on using in this layout. And one of the bits is a Pop Mart box. And I'm obsessed with these Pop Mart, Disneyland, Labubu, keychain, whatever they are. They're plush, they're adorable. I'm obsessed. So I do have that box. And it works because I'm also going to journal about my day at Disneyland with Hannah and Steve. These are some photos from our day. Hannah loves meeting the characters. She loves Chewbacca. There's a selfie. She loves Gaston. She loves villains. She's a villains girl. And there are my little Pop Mart plushy keychains. I also have a guide map. I picked the one in Italian because it had Mickey and Minnie on it, so that was the way to go for me. My Pop Mart bag, I actually don't even think I end up using it. It's kind of drab, but you know. There was some packaging in here, so I just sort of set it aside, but the funny part is I actually end up using it. These are the cards that come in the Pop Mart bags. This is a plush that Hannah purchased, or we purchased for Hannah at Disneyland. And this is a collector coin from Disneyland. And there's Minnie and Daisy on it and a Disneyland castle. Like, that's so meant to be. I have to work it into the layout because I love it. Oh, here's the other Pop Mart card, Minnie. Oh, they're so cute. They are so cute. Let me know if you are all about the Pop Mart Labubus and plush keychains. Let me know if you have one. I need to hear. I need to know. Please tell me. So I have this really pretty piece of daisy paper, seemed to, match the theme since I am, talking about my Daisy Labubu. I don't even know, the Disney family keychain. I don't remember what they're called, but they're adorable. Okay, I'm using my Tombow mono glue stick. I love it. Raise your hand if you love it. I feel like it gets mixed reviews. My friend Melissa hates it. I love it. We were just talking about it on her live on TikTok yesterday. If you want to watch her lives, I will link her TikTok down below if you wanted to give her a follow. She's a really fun live to watch. I love Tombow mono glue stick. It works so great for me. Let me know what you guys think, though. I would love to hear. So, I put a lot on there, though. Maybe that's why it works so well for me. I don't know. So I just put that whole scrapbook paper over the entire layout. And as you can see, I let it go even a little bit further over the edge to kind of create an even bigger sort of workspace. So now I'm just going to glue the rest down and we'll be ready to rock and roll over here. So when I made this journal 7 months ago or whatever, I always use papers and pages that I literally just have laying around my studio. Or if they're special, and I've put them aside because, I make so many journals throughout the month for Patreon or for my Etsy shop. But so there's not a lot of real special pages in this journal. It's mostly odds and ends, which is sort of why I love it because I'm never worried about covering it up. So I feel like that's sort of the balance that I follow when I make my own journals, make the pages special enough that they're interesting while you're journaling, but not too special that you're worried about covering them up when you're at the end of your journal. I guess that's the tightrope that I walk. I'm also including this very special page that was sent to me in a book, some Happy Mail. It was a vintage Disney page and I loved it. So I just glued the whole thing down and I don't actually really even cover much of it up. And now since I literally just flipped on the camera and pulled my ephemera out, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're gonna work through this mess together and we're gonna start with the photos. And if you are new to junk journaling in any way, this is sort of a process that I use in almost every layout I do. I start with any very large pieces of ephemera that I have, and I lay them down first to create a background. And then I go to the most important pieces of ephemera. And for me, the most important pieces of ephemera for this particular layout are my photos to document the day. And it's really important to me to get that collector's coin on the layout somehow. So since those are the first bits of ephemera I want to work with, those are the first sort of items that I'm going to prep to get onto the page. And so what that means for photos is cutting them out, sizing them if I need to. And I love this picture of these. They're so cute, Minnie and Daisy. Actually, this isn't even my Daisy. At the time I took that picture, that was my Minnie. I had just gotten her, and my daughter got Daisy. So we took our picture with them together. But then shortly after that, I also got Daisy. So aren't I a lucky duck? I'm telling you, I was obsessed with that coin, and you may be thinking, how are you going to put that big, heavy coin, because it is heavy, in your junk journal? Well, it just worked out that I had this little bit of plastic. I actually don't even know what that plastic's from, but here you go. I put the coin in. I do put a little bit of AdTech tape runner. That's another favorite adhesive of mine that I like to use in journaling. I stick it on the page, but then I want it to look cute, so I add some washi tape. That was holding great, but I didn't really love the way it looked. So then I added another piece of washi tape. Still didn't love the way it looked, because now I felt like it looked like, yeah, I don't know. So you know what I did? I found my stickers from Umi's journal. Aren't they cute? I chose the bows. I ended up going with the bows, and I put a bow sticker right in the middle of the washi tape, and it's so, so cute. So if you like these stickers and you want really cute little bow stickers, I will also link Umi's journal down below, because not only does she make adorable stickers, she's just the sweetest. I realized that my paper didn't go all the way to the bottom of the page, so I also add that same washi tape right down the bottom, like just like a little strip, just a little pop of flowers. Why not? I love this guide map from Disneyland, so I end up just using my willy-nilly stapler and throwing it on there. I love it. Perfect. We're done. It's a done deal. And it was in this moment that I realized, oh, you know what? I don't want this to be super photo heavy everywhere. So I'll probably just add all of my photos to the flip side and call it a day. I don't end up doing it here because I still mull it over in my brain. And I flip that page and I end up going back to the other side because I decide to cut out my little Mickey family keychain box, whatever, and I pop him onto the other side. So I'm going to do what I hate most. If you watch my channel enough, you know that I don't even like fussy cutting, and yet I feel like I do it in every layout. Why am I this way? I don't know. So here I am fussy cutting Mickey out, but it ends up looking cute. It is what it is. So while you watch me cut out Mickey Mouse, I have a huge favor. Would you be so kind as to hit that like button? That would mean so much to me. I love creating these videos for you, and when you hit that like button, it helps my channel out greatly, and I truly appreciate it. If you are new, be sure to say hi. If you are returning, thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you like my channel enough to give it a revisit, so thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm finally almost done. Here we go. Okay, it's not great, but we're going to go with it. And I do end up putting him just right onto the daisy paper because I really think he pops. I think it looks cute. I have this receipt. I think it's just from like souvenirs. I actually don't even know what we bought. And I decided to just tuck it right under the Mickey Mouse. And I have this really pretty new washi tape. So I'm going to add that to the top of the receipt and to the bottom because I don't really have a need to go back and look at the receipt. So I figured just, throw it on there. Slap some tape on, put Mickey Mouse on there. I'm actually just going to staple him too because, why not? And I think this looks super cute. I think it's great. And then I remembered someone had sent me in Happy Mail this vintage Disneyland postcard with Mickey Mouse on it. So I used that really cute little red and white stripe paper clip and I put it right onto the page. And I am one happy little vintage Disney loving gal. Because look at how sweet that looks. I mean, full transparency, I think that this layout is, erring on the side of super junky. But I'm okay with that. It's my last layout. It's a good memory. I've had so much fun with these Pop Mart blind boxes. I had the best day ever with Hannah and Steve at Disneyland. It's just a fun layout. That's all this is. I'm not going to take it too seriously. I'm just going to enjoy getting these fun little odds and ends and bits down onto the layout. So here's a fun tip for anyone who loves the blind bags but doesn't want to use those cards. Like, you don't want to glue them down because what if you want them somewhere else? Use some packaging. You know, if you're like me, you buy a lot of stickers from small shops on, Etsy and social media. I saved those bags. I put both of my Pop Mart cards in there. So Daisy and Minnie both went in there. And then I just tape the bag to the page, because now if for any reason I want to go back and get those cards and use them in a different layout or whatever, I can take them out. They're still fully accessible for me. And so that's a really fun little tip. I did that on a live, and I decided to do it again for this layout because it was super fun. I had more washi tape and another sticker from Umi's journal. I love it. I think it looks so fun. Another step I often take in my journaling layout process is I usually do put washi tape down the center, mainly because I don't want anything to lift. And so I grabbed this really pretty thick washi tape. It's very sticky. That's why I love it. And I just stick it right down the center. That way nothing lifts. It was a little bit difficult. In hindsight, I realized I probably should have done that before I put the cute little card thing there. But anyway, here we are. I went with it. It just adds stability to the page and, decoration. I think it looks pretty. I love that washi tape. So once I got the washi down and I made sure that everything was kind of where I wanted it to be, I sort of stepped back a little bit and kind of regrouped and realized that pretty much this layout is done. I am going to flip the page and add photos, but the only thing I really want to add to this, besides some written journaling, which I'll do at the end and off camera, is I'm going to use my little vintage style label maker. It's like one of those embosser sticker label makers, kind of like they had in the 80s for file folders. And I type out rather, Disneyland fun. It takes a minute, several actually, but I do love the way it looks. I think it adds texture. I also think it adds a vintage vibe, and I think that it's just fun. Is it necessary? No, but is anything in junk journaling actually necessary? Probably not. So I do type out Disneyland fun, and then I just stick it right to the side of the layout. Okay, so who remembers these from the 80s? We had one at our house. I think my dad brought it home from his office. He worked in like a warehouse. He was a supervisor. And I just thought it was the coolest thing in the world. And so now as an adult, what did I do? I bought one for myself because it was nostalgia. It makes my little brain happy to use. And I really quite like the way it looks. It was kind of hard to get that one out because it was a tiny word, but I made it work, made it happen, and it's all done. So now that the first layout is done, I kind of flipped the page to the half page situation, and I decide I just want to stick the photos all over. I don't want to leave any out. I want them all to make the layout. I love each and every one. Hannah loves characters. I love that she loves characters. To me, it's so much fun. They always go out of their way to be very magical and wonderful with Hannah, which makes me so happy because it makes for such a wonderful day. Gaston was her favorite. She's got a bit of a crush on him. That was interesting. There's a lot of videos, and he loved her as much as she loved him. It was quite a moment. It was very sweet. And Gaston, if for some reason this little video crosses your YouTube algorithm, please know that you made Hannah's whole day with how kind you were to her and how special you made her feel. And I just want to say thank you. So if anyone knows Gaston, if you were friends with Gaston, please let him know. He was the real VIP that day. So I do have that tag from a little plush doll Hannah wanted, and I just stick it right in where that lace ruffle is and put some washi over it. I didn't really have anywhere else for it to go, and I thought that was perfect. So I also grabbed out some vintage Disney playing cards I had in my stash. Some are vintage, some are just kind of old, but I do decide to use a few. I kind of balance the photos with some vintage playing cards. I think it looks so cute. And, Mickey and Donald, you just can't go wrong. Super cute. So I use that AdTech tape runner, and I just stick both of these cards right down onto the page. And I think it looks super cute. Like I said, this is sort of a very junky layout, but I'm totally here for it. It's fun. I was asked a while back on a Journal Talk Tuesday or on a Journal Talk Tuesday episode if I could show how I use playing cards and tickets in a layout. And here you go. I just stick them right onto the page. So I hope that was helpful and maybe inspirational. And if not, you can actually watch my Journal With Me playlist here on YouTube. And I always use vintage playing cards. So there'll be lots of opportunities for you to see how I use them and to be inspired. Also, if you are new and don't know what Journal Talk Tuesday is a new series. Well, not so new. It's a few months old now. It's a series here on YouTube where I go live every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube, and we chit-chat about everything that's happening in the journal community. I have a playlist for Journal Talk Tuesday. I will link it down below. You can go back and watch every live we've ever done. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community, and we would love to have you there. So I'm just going to finish this layout by using my label maker again. How cute does that look? I'm adding some washi tape to some of those photos. I am going to do my journaling off camera, mainly because I feel like I can't think when the camera's on. I don't know if that's like some sort of brain thing I have, but I just journal better when a camera is not pointed at me. So here is my layout with the journaling. There's just kind of mostly annotating. I talk about the day. I talk about Pop Mart and how much fun Lizzie and I have getting those blind boxes. I talk a little bit about the ephemera on the page. I just share the thoughts that are in my mind and in my brain as I created this layout. Sometimes I write a lot, sometimes I write a little. I think this layout is probably somewhere in between. Oh my gosh, I love that coin. That's probably my favorite part in this whole layout. Well, that and the pictures of Hannah. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. I am so excited that this journal is finally complete. There will be a complete flip through, if I can speak, there will be a complete flip through of this journal coming very soon. So be sure to hit the alert button if you didn't want to miss that. And I will chat with you all very soon. And hopefully some of you will be on the next Journal Talk Tuesday so we can have a fun little discussion and journal together. So thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed it and have a really great day. Bye.